Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out the U11 Mini drone from Ruko. So let's find out what it's all about. Alright, here's everything that you get. You get your controller, you get your drone, you get one battery, you get additional cables to connect to your phone, which are either the old iPhone or a micro USB cable. You get your user's manual and a little card that goes on top of the controller to kind of give you easy access on how to control it. You also get a screwdriver and some screws for the propellers, and you do get extra propellers along with a after sales market card in case you need help. All right, the first thing you're going to want to do with this drone is you want to go ahead and download the software onto your phone, so that way you can use your phone to connect to the drone and use it as your display for the camera. Once you get all that done, let's go ahead and hook it up to the controller. Now the controller is very easy and straightforward. It has the controls right here for altitude, lower and upper, and then you can also tilt it side to side. And then over here you have forward and back, and this is turning left and right, and this is tilting it side to side. You also have a cinematic setting, normal setting, and a sports setting. So depending on how fast you want the drone to go and how quickly the camera will go up and down. The camera is on a 3-point gimbal, so a 3-axis gimbal, so it can keep a very stable shot. You also have your auto landing and your pause button, and you have your power button right here. On top you do have your camera and your record button, and then your camera tilt right here. All you gotta do is lift this up and put your phone in here and connect it with the wire that comes attached. And then on the bottom of the controller you do have your little control sticks that you'll screw in, and you do have your USB-C charging port right here. Next thing, all you need to do is take your battery that you've charged up all the way and slide it into the back of the drone until it clicks, just like that. You'll want to take the cover off of the camera right here, and then let's power on the drone. There we go. And then we'll power on the controller. And then it'll take about 30 seconds for the controller to connect to the drone. All right, now that we got the drone all connected to the controller, let's go ahead and start it up. And you can easily do it by the screen where you can auto lift off, or you can just press the handles inward and downward at the same time to start the engines, or start the motors. And then we'll go ahead and raise it up a little bit. All right, here is what the camera looks like on the drone itself. You can see that there are like 6 to 7 mile-an-hour winds, but the drone is keeping very, very stable shots. So let's go ahead and lift it off to about 100 feet and see what things look like. All right, there's what everything looks like at 100 feet. You can still see the drone quite easily, but you can see your surroundings very easily. Let's go ahead and put it on normal mode so we can move that camera around a little bit faster. There we go. And you can see on the screen that we're about 100 feet off the ground, and we're about 40 feet away from me right now. But let's go ahead and fly like over the cornfield. You can see that there's a baseball stadium, or the baseball field. And then there's the cornfield right there. And we are now 300 feet away and still 100 feet up. You can see that we still have 7 or 8 mile-an-hour winds, and that is keeping that drone, and this drone is still very stable. And we're actually traveling at 25 feet per second, which is pretty fast. And another nice thing about this drone is it does have auto landing. So you can just press a button and it will come right back to where it took off within like 6 or 7 feet and land. So we'll see if I can do an auto landing and if it will land actually on this sidewalk right here. All right, all we gotta do is press this button on the remote. And here it comes. Now remember, it's like, I don't know, 7 or 8 mile an hour winds, so the wind could really make this thing difficult to land by itself. But it's finding the GPS coordinate and hopefully it starts lowering. All right, and it was about 7 feet off to the side from where I took it off from. But still, that's a very nice feature, and that feature comes in handy for when you're not quite sure how to get back, or if you lose range, or if your battery starts getting low, it'll automatically return back to the place that you launched from. All right, let's lift it off again and see what else we can see. Because just remember, the good thing about having a drone is that you can lift it off from like your homestead and you can see your entire property without having to drive around or look around for anything. So let's lift it off again. See, now we're 300 feet away at 142 feet, and our signal is still at full strength. So again, you can see your entire area. If you wanted to look down a little bit, you could see everything. You could just kind of do a quick scan, make sure everything's okay, and then you could just press a button and it will come right back. There's also a lot of other features with this drone where you can put points in and it will go to each point. Also, you can make it so it will follow the controller. It's like a GPS follow, so you could actually walk around and the drone would follow you. But I would say for a drone that is under 250 grams, which makes it so you don't have to register it with the FCC, it flies very well in conditions of like 7 or 8 mile an hour wind. So let's go ahead and bring it back and I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, and now I want to give you a little bit of direct video just from the drone. Now it does support 4K, but since I don't upload to 4K, I only do 1080. I'm going to go ahead and leave the SD card out, and I'm going to record it directly to my phone just to show you what you can expect. All right, and here's the recording that you should be able to expect from your drone. Now you can see that the stability is really good, and I can lower the drone a little bit to get better view. I can also back it up. And even though you can see that the drone is wiggling around, the video is very still. Let's go ahead and raise it up about 50 feet. There we go, and I'm looking right at the sun, so I can't really see. But still, you can see all the clarity of the video. And also, you might have noticed that this package with this drone, it only comes with a charging cable, and it doesn't really come with like a charging brick to plug into your AC. They also offer a universal AC to USB-C and USB-A charger. Now, I say universal because it does come with the standard US plug, but it also comes with a variety of international plugs that are very easy to just connect on and use in a different country. And this can power up to 65 watts. So this can power even like your laptops, along with charging up your drones and your controllers. So if you have any questions about the Ruko U11 Mini, please go ahead and leave them in the comments. I'll have a link to this item in my description, just in case you want to look further into it. Thanks again for watching this video, and have a great day. Bye-bye.